respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. My content is not for everyone. No, I have the truth on me, goddammit. My content, everybody, that's okay. It's not. And that's okay. No need to send the evil out with all your lies. The hate train was real because I was keeping it real. I wasn't trying to lose sight of the day when it came to my vocabulary. You tried to paint me out to be a mental case, but I was far from that. God was showing me balance when it came to acknowledge my worth. You don't understand my faith when it comes to growth. I know how to take accountability for my actions. Something that you can't go through is acting your body weight. You rather act your shoe size. Hold on one second, we not the same. Damn, I'm far from late. Because I chose myself not to overlook me. You put me in competition when I didn't have to understand your receiver at the end of the day, regardless of who you pray to. No disrespect, but I was far from a hate, didn't have that in my vein. I knew how to respect my neighbor. You wanted to control the narrative when it came to my journey, all because of the fact that you want me to dim my light. But I understood I had it in God's hands, the one with no malicious intentions. We don't pray the same, but I still know how to respect my neighbor, even days when you couldn't see. It be the train of thought for me. How when God fixed your crown, you ain't have to wild out. They would never understand that God allows you to see that hold on one second, confidence is different. Being authentic. Ain't the shake on me. Only be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm not your genuine respect, and my content is not for everybody. It's not. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone regards to who hacked my devices, who gang stalking me, regardless to what next door neighbors telling my every move like a bad habit. Didn't matter they text, bracket, and I said it respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. My content is not for everyone. I say that respectfully. Today is currently July 28th, 2025, and it's currently 8:36 p.m. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions, and I say that respectfully. To the genuine ones with no malicious intentions, I truly hope all is well in your end, and I truly hope that you continue to find peace within regards to who gave up on you, overlooked you during your journey, said that you didn't have potential, you're not worthy of choosing yourself. They wanted you to live in fear, they know how to protect you, love you, respect you, but you matter, you're worthy. Being patient with time and day when it comes to healing, when you actually go with and actually realize, hold on one second, I am worthy. Never give up on yourself, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not. Gang stalking is real. It may not be going on in your household, but it's really going on in someone's household, and they're not doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing or fame, and I say that respectfully. We ain't the same. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions, and I say that respectfully. Misunderstood in love by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? No, you have to shake on me, goddammit. My content is not for everybody, but always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Say it was part-time love. It was part-time love. But your vocabulary wasn't hitting the same. They projected lust to play mind manipulation games. I love to talk about love, but hold on one second. When someone can't value your time and day with their games, the manipulation was real, but they forgot to keep it real. They projected a whole hate train, all because you believe in the faith they can relate to. They put you in competition when you was never competing. They was throwing sport right to left with bad energy. But hold on one second, you knew how to protect your mental health when they try to sneak this you, line you up, suck at your free will. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same when it comes to truly healing. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Hold on one second, never chaos, confusion. Yeah, I'ma be chaos and confusion to you, because that unconditional love hits different when you don't know how to love yourself. Of course I'm going to be confusion to you, because you don't know how to respect your neighbor when you can't weather your own storm, putting someone in competition to do them wrong. Got ill intentions second with their free will. Rob them mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially, even behind doors, projecting a hate crime towards an innocent person with all your lives because of your pain, because someone tries to find peace within that you can't maintain. Going within, hey, be the train of thought for me. My content is not for everybody. It's not. But always be yourself, even when you get lost in your words. But never get discouraged because the enemy would try to shortchange you, all because you're willing to choose you. The hate train was real, but you was truly keeping it real. That pain is different. Only the rest of hold on 1 second. You was willing to heal. I love myself, not to dim my light. I love myself, not to dim my light. I love myself, not to dim my light. Even when the devil's behind closed doors with their lies. The gang stalking was real. They was laughing at your pain when you didn't have to get physical. Taking your creativity, making it they stats the end of the day for likes and views and clout chasing because you was keeping it real. You was truly being authentic, didn't have to wear a mask. Hold on 1 second, God still maintains your crown. They can't relate to because God was never for sale. You know, regardless if you know somebody or not, and regardless if someone created a hate train towards you, you know, where I come from, regardless if you know somebody or not, you know, respect's a two-way street. And then when you respect your neighbor, they try to paint you out to be the villain in their story. And then they be like, yo, little shorty, fixing up, tighten up, or whatever the case may be, because they going to try to bring harm towards you. It be the train of thought for me. They like, I know it's fucked up, but hold on 1 second. Don't lose yourself when it comes to a lack of confidence at the end of the day, because you actually got potential. And I see at the end of the day that jealousy and hate is real. But I got to keep it real with you, too. I'm a real OG. I've been in these streets, but hold on 1 second. You actually make sense when someone went up against you. How you pour into an empty cup at the end of the day only for them to dislike you or because you knew how to respect your name, but didn't matter they tax bracket with their bad habits. I got your back. Hold on 1 second. Wow. You know, when you respect the real OG, didn't matter how old they was, right? Keeping it real. I'm just saying because everybody swear they OG around the block. But when you talk to a real one at the end of the day, that's been misled by trauma and pain, you know, poverty and pain, they understand where you coming from, especially with haters on the block. It be the train of thought for me. They didn't have to pull out that Glock. No, the train told me they was about to punch you upside your head because they was about to listen to that he say, she say bullshit, but they was like, hold on 1 second. Observing how you move at the end of the day. You ain't bothering nobody. You ain't creating no hate train, let alone drama. All you doing is speaking up for yourself, and I actually respect you because I would hope my child would do the same. Damn, how this type of shit is real. Because you know when a mother and father can protect their baby, they going to show up. But regardless, I say that respectfully, a mother that actually loves their child, a father that will protect their baby, regardless of how old they are. But God knows, hold on 1 second, it always have to take that one moment for them not to be around. You know, because some folks don't love their children. You know, they would try to project even hate crime towards their children. Because this type of stuff actually happens in our community. I don't mean no disrespect, but goddamn, folks be even throwing spirit at their own babies. How this type of stuff actually happens. Then you got the enemy watching, pretending, acting like they so invested in your time and they'd actually help you. Only was they trying to line you up to psych at your free will. Hold on 1 second, that conscious hits different when they called you a bum bitch. Let me watch my French. Before they said I need the psych board. Oh, because of the fact I'm keeping it real. They pick and choose who could talk about God, let alone say curse word too. Then when you start to speak up for yourself, they quick to say you'll crash out. Or because you saying, hold on 1 second, keeping it real, wasn't trying to fumble yourself. Hold on 1 second. They try to discourage you because you was the win for the win. Going within, being authentic, having the potential. Hold on 1 second, God didn't make a mistake when God created you. How they trying to rob you mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. Got your next door neighbor and different tax bracket throwing spoke at you right to left, sending all these fucking frequencies and shortchanging your mental health. And then when you speak up for yourself, you're fucking crazy. That's what these motherfuckers quick to say. Nah, it's the crane thought for me. Or because you spoke up for yourself because someone had ill intentions to shortchange a vision that you could relate to, go on with them. Something they can relate to is stay in their lane. You know, everybody's walk of life ain't the same. You know, the spiritual world is real, keeping it real. Folks pick and choose who could talk about spirituality, let alone God. And I say that respectfully, but God was never for sale when you truly keeping it real. How folks will sit there and hack your device, didn't matter their tax bracket. They got ill intentions like at your free will when it comes to your conscience. Hold on 1 second, ain't nobody gonna believe you because we're gonna project that mindset that you uncoherented. Damn, how this type of stuff actually happens. Or because someone said, I love myself. I ain't have to snitch on you at the end of the day, but goddamn, I wasn't bothering you. You wanted to shortchange me my blessing, believe in my face, something that you couldn't relate to was gone within, stay in your lane. They said that you were emotionally unavailable, you emotionally unstable, all because you was being truthful. But if you didn't poke the bear, you know, bother that innocent person, we wouldn't be having these conversations with all your lies when someone didn't have to get physical because you told those lies. They antagonize an innocent person, hacking their devices, got the next door neighbor, yeah, they just went out the day. Matter of fact, they just checked the mailbox. They went to get something to eat. Matter of fact, they on the way to the laundromat. Matter of fact, they talking to somebody. I don't know who this person is. They knew around the block. I never saw them before, but hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let me send them some spell work so I can do some come to me spells. How this type of shit actually happens, and when you speak up for yourself, they say that you're mentally ill. My content is not for everyone. It's not. I love myself, now to dim my light. I love myself, now to dim my light. I love me. They didn't want me to see my reflection. They sending beauty spells right to left. They didn't want me to understand my own intuition and believe in my faith. It wasn't a mistake. How God was showing me that, hold on 1 second, I'm worthy of seeing another day. You'd be so surprised what these folks looks like. When they come, they text back with their bad habits. I ain't have to lie. But fuck your punchlines, and I say that respectfully when it came to your clocking. Because you didn't give a fuck about my mental health at the end of the day, saying I was mentally unstable. Oh, you wanted to control the narrative when it came to my life. You gonna sweep it down, I'm talking about you, but fuck it. Your mask fell off. I ain't have to say your motherfucking name. Maybe the train of thought for me. Oh, here I go again. Excuse my French. I don't mean no disrespect to my elders, and I say that respectfully. But I'm far from weak. I'm far from losing me. I'm far from a crash out. I was just only protecting me. Speaking up for myself when my voice didn't matter, someone said that day. So I had to keep it real to understand my intuition. I had to speak up for myself that day. To understand I'm still healing when it comes to trauma and pain. The energy is different. It wasn't never a walk in the park to understand. I didn't have to sneak revenge. I just had to keep it real. Something that these folks couldn't relate to was being a self. You have to create a hate train to control the narrative. And hold on 1 second, your lies still didn't add up because God saw what you was doing behind closed doors. They may not pray the same, but I'm far from a hater. Folks be doing all this pretending behind spell work in a toxic way. Imagine waking up, you can't even understand your own reflection. Hold on 1 second if you coming or going. Because someone decided with their thirsty ass habits. Bad habits at that, those beauty spells at you to cause confusion in your life. Projecting insecurity on you so you won't like yourself right. Got you looking in the mirror confused at who am I? Hold on 1 second, you are beautiful to go with, then don't get discouraged. And I say that respectfully because the enemy is the devil. And I say that respectfully, always love yourself. We ain't the same. Always be yourself, but nonetheless, this is what they say, I'm mentally unstable because I speak like this. But folks pick and choose who could talk about the devil. Folks pick and choose who could talk about weight loss. Folks pick and choose who could talk about healing. Folks pick and choose who could talk about spirituality. Folks pick and choose who could talk about God. Folks pick and choose who could talk about going from point A to Z. All that on narcotics. It'd be the train of thought for me. I knew how to respect my neighbor even when I couldn't weather a storm they couldn't relate to. Hold on 1 second, I was still cheering you on. I actually encouraged you at the end of the day. Now, I wasn't looking for a handout. I just knew how to respect my neighbor, but you try to shortchange me on my own point of view. Me choosing me. It'd be the train of thought for me. How you had to dig up my past at the end of the day. Some shit I wasn't running from even when it came to lies that day. It'd be the train of thought for me because bitches and niggas at the end of the day was doing shit for likes and views and clout chasing and fame. Fuck it, we ain't the same. This is the type of shit they said I'm a crash out for when I speak this way. No, it's the train of thought for me. Calm down, Naya, calm down. Then they say you got a personality disorder, but that was never the case. Because you got actors out here, rappers out here, that can barely act or rap at the end of the day. And I say that shit respectfully. Damn, you really whack. You watching me, observing me, taking notes. Only to realize the hold on 1 second, how do you better yourself? Only to realize the hold on 1 second, your authenticity never hit the goal within. Because the unconditional love was never within. When you put me in competition, when I was never part of your race. Happy to trade though for me. No, for real, I'm just saying. How they be so inspired with all their lies. Digging up dirt on you, homie, was to make themselves feel so comfortable. Or because they wanted to kick you down, discourage you. The hate train was real. But my mental health was not like that because I never had that in my point of view. When it came to hold on 1 second, I was far from mentally ill. How they try to rob you? No, they probably did. No, they did. But that restoring hits different when you on God's time. That elevation hits different. Hold on 1 second, my reflection. Allow me to see the strength that you can't relate to. What I overcame at the end of even on that empty stomach. How folks is fucking with my finances, throwing spoke right to left. But hold on 1 second, you don't fucking know me. At the end of the day, I was far from crazy. I just knew how to find balance. It be the train of thought for me. Couldn't pay that bill or two, whatever the case may be. I put it in God's hands. That energy is different, and I still got the devil still testing me. Right to left, but hold on 1 second. I understood why I wasn't overlooking me when it came to that storm, because you know why? I still had a testimony. No, I had to say it, Dolly. Cut it out, Naya. Always be yourself is far from pretending. Being authentic, that energy is different. Wasn't wearing the mask when it comes to unconditional love. How you got your next door neighbor telling you every move like a bad habit. How they did shit for likes and views and cloud chase, didn't matter, it tags bracket. It's real disgusting to see how someone would try to hard have you RAP'd or let them project a hate crime on you. And then when you speak up for yourself, they say that you're mentally unstable. How they hacking into your devices, cloning your devices. Then when you speak up for yourself, they say, hold on 1 second. Nah, I ain't do that day. How they created a whole chain when it came to community. I ain't have to say your name, but you try to ruin my reputation. All because I believed in my faith and God didn't make a mistake. I walk alone in these streets and I don't live in fear. It be the train of thought for me. I don't hold no narcotics in my body. And I say that respectfully, even when you try to poison my food, well on my drinks or whatever the case you may did behind closed doors when you try to pay me out to be the fool. How this type of stuff actually happens. You know, because gang stalking is real. And when someone sees you with potential, and when someone is not as spiritually gifted as you, or when someone is not as talented as you, or someone is having an insecurity problem with themselves, they in the background projecting a mental case on you because they're mentally unstable. Because anybody in a fucking right mind at the end of the day, they know how to put respect on your name and continue to keep it pushing and have a good day. But when someone got to sit there and clone your devices, hack your devices, and then watch what you watch or engage with and you engaging in it, and then pretend to be you like something that they're truly not at the end of the day, then they say that you're mentally unstable? Nah, it'd be the train of thought for me. And then they pay for spell work within your own community to shortchange your vision, or let alone they try to get documentations on you to blackmail you against you because you truly got the potential to be authentic. Continue to motivate yourself, never get lost in someone's words when someone tries to discourage you. And this is the part where they say that you're mentally unstable. I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Gang stalking is real. It really is. And especially when you never signed up for someone's one-sided ass contract. Loving yourself is not a crime. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Don't simulate like neighbor. Far from a hater. We ain't the same neighbor. I love to talk about love, keeping it real. Your love was never satisfying. That's what she said that day. That's what he said that day. Because they fumbled you, didn't know how to protect you when it came to your mental health. Let alone your heart. Who would have knew the love of your life would truly show you that true love was never part-time? Because someone actually knew how to fulfill those shoes to show you that at the end of the day, they was willing to bring peace into your life. Let alone just take accountability for their actions. Not to shortchange you of a future. Who would have knew? Someone wasn't wearing a mask and mislead you. Someone being your equal. When it came to the love department, it allowed you to find balance. When it came to your boundaries, maturing hits different. Only to realize those pointless conversations don't live in your reality today. Asking God for direction, we may not pray the same, but who would have knew? True love wasn't complicated. The love of your life showing up for you. You know, someone bringing peace into your life. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just because moments, the energy is different. Someone praying for you, not against you. It wasn't lust, it was real love, someone truly keeping it real. Someone maintaining a smile regardless to what was going on behind closed doors. And different folks' eyesight when it came to you that day. The outside world trying to discourage you, but the love of your life knew how to protect you when it came to your heart. They didn't have to get physical, mentally, verbally, emotionally, make you feel like you're supposed to be unstable. The energy is different when it comes to your conscience. Someone truly showed it was okay to be your authentic self, being emotionally available. Who would have knew the love of your life would be faithful to you? The first time around and God didn't tell a lie. Someone didn't have to manipulate God when someone was really keeping it real with you. Just to get in your jaws, nah, it wasn't part of the plan at the end of the day, because someone truly wanted to get to know you within. The energy is different. The unconditional love that you allowed yourself to choose you. Why you overcame so many obstacles when you showed for you today. Understanding your confidence, you matter, you're worthy, and God didn't make a mistake. I'm not your genuine love respect, and my content is not for everyone. And that's okay. But always be yourself with no malicious intentions. What's up, butterfly? They didn't know how to take accountability for their actions. They pride was getting in the way. You almost lost yourself when it came to that Shasta. That chapter. What a disaster, getting lost in your own words. But it allowed you to believe in your faith that, you know what? Because they don't know how to outgrow that mindset, I'm willing to choose me to outgrow that. Hold on 1 second. I can't lose me. Had to find peace within, but asking God for balance, acknowledge your work while you overcame that storm. When folks was doing you wrong, they said that you didn't have potential. But God fixed your crown and maintained that. Hold on 1 second. You was far from the issue. Everybody got good days, bad days, misunderstanding days, but you wasn't running from your pain. That energy is different when it comes to maturing, going within. That vocabulary when it comes to unconditional love allowed you to see that you was worthy. I love myself, nothing in my life. I love myself, nothing in my life. That energy is different. It wasn't a game. Only to realize how you could truly change. You continue to blossom when you least expect it. God pointing in the right direction when it came to the right folks, not to overlook you, let alone project pain. It was never competition or hate. Someone truly praying for you, not against you. And it's just different when it comes to maturing. And you was acting your body weight, not your shoe size. Hold on 1 second. Time and day hits different. Because God allowed you to see your faith. God never moved the light off for you. Allowing yourself to pray to go within. God heard your intuitions. God didn't make a mistake when God brought you balance that day. Because they didn't know how to take accountability for their actions. This chapter hits different when it comes to, hold on 1 second, I wasn't trying to lose me in the day. Always be yourself regardless of who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. You matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone. You are beautiful, you are handsome, you matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone. You could lie to a human all day, but when it comes to spirit, and I say this respectfully, disrespect is real, and especially when you go up against an innocent person, someone truly is actually know how to respect you, even on a rainy day. Folks be gathering up spell work, trying to go up against an innocent person with their bad habits, trying to realize that, hold on 1 second, they don't even know how to be authentic. They trying to discourage somebody, rob them mentally, physically, spiritually. Hold on 1 second, we ain't the same, neighbor. How you trying to rob somebody's spiritual gift, and you ain't even in tune with yourself? Paying this person, paying that person to discourage an innocent person with all your lies. The pretending was real at the end of the day. Or because someone knew how to go with them, understand their confidence, stepping out on faces that you couldn't relate to, was gone with them. Astral projecting yourself to somebody, trying to steal their energy at the end of the day with your bad habits, with all your lies, talking about someone trying to shortchange you of your vision, all because you know how to be authentic. He be the train of thought for me. How these type of folks be walking around like this. You can't take God's blueprint, I say that respectfully, isn't within that child of God, regardless of how old they are. Is they authentic, see something that you can't relate to, what's going within their anointings. Hold on 1 second, their steps is truly ordered. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. My content is not for everybody. You know, folks will disrespect you all day long, but that credit from God is different. Never give up on yourself. Continue to keep it pushing. And I say that respectfully. Certain doors will close in your life, but never get discouraged. The enemy will try to test you. The devil will try to paint a picture at the end of it, something that you truly not, but you truly got potential. Healing trauma and pain is not a race overnight process. I don't play with sport, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I do not energy harvest off my neighbor's energy. I do not gang stalk people. I do not hack anybody's devices. And I do not steal anyone's destiny. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and I say that respectfully. Regardless who's in the background trying to blackmail me because of their tax bracket or because they're able to control the nearest end of the day, I do not live in fear. When someone threatens your life that nobody's going to believe you when you're telling the truth, regardless to what subject it is in your life, and I say that respectfully, and especially when you never had malicious intentions, and they're willing to pay the hate crime towards you, you're not wrong for speaking up for yourself when you ain't got malicious intentions. And you actually knew how to respect your neighbor. But they would never talk about what you did behind closed doors to help your neighbor. But never stop having a good heart. And I say that respectfully. And especially when you never have malicious intentions. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding days. Always be yourself. I do not live in fear, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and I would never hurt myself, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. When it comes to my creativity, I get it from my heavenly Father God, and I say that respectfully. I do not worship the devil, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and my soul damn sure ain't for sale. Have a safe year, day, evening, week, weekend. You matter, you're worthy. Protect your energy, protecting your family, and stay out of trouble and stop the violence. When someone says you don't have potential, that does not mean be blindsided as to getting discouraged and stop showing up for you. Someone's not showing you support or showing you love or showing you that you are worthy. That don't mean stop showing up for you. Keep showing up for you, because the right people that God sends into your life with no malicious intentions, the ones that's not sending you the evil eye, the ones that's not energy harvesting off your energy, the ones that's not sending spell work towards you, the ones that's not gang stalking you, the ones that's not hacking your devices, the one that's not trying to destiny swipe at you. They see you, they hear you, they respect you with no malicious intentions. They're not praying against you, they're praying for you in the most healthiest way with no malicious intentions, no evil eye. Because God didn't tell a lie. We may not pray the same, but I damn sure ain't have hate in my vein. I know how to respect my neighbor, even days we can't weather your own storm to go within. We ain't the same. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. When God sends the right people into your life, it was never competition. They never had hate in their vein. And they was acting their body weight, regardless if they came from poverty and pain. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. When God sends the right people into your life, respect's a two-way street. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. Always be yourself. Gang stalking is real towards your household, and you're not doing it for likes and views or clout chasing. I say that respectfully. Regardless to who tries to humiliate you, make you feel like you're not worthy of choosing you. One thing I don't do is run from he say, she say. I could repeat everything that I said that day. If someone says you don't got potential, I love myself, I don't dim my light. I choose me. We may not pray the same, but God allowed me to see why I'm worthy. Thank you for your time. I'm Nigel and respect. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Respect. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. You made it right on them. You like go, you neighbor, on them. You like, I gotta go. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. July 28th, 2025, and it's currently 9:01 p.m. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. And I always have, regardless who is in the background trying to blackmail me against me. And regardless who made money off me too. I'm far from a hater. Neighbor. I'm Nigel, respect. Always be yourself.